Hello, everyone. Welcome to the August Songwriter stream. This is the third Tuesday of every month stream that Jason Vitelli, right below me, and I put on. I, of course, am Phil Robinson. We have two of our three special guests this month already on the stream. We had some technical difficulties connecting to our third guest, so she should be along shortly. But in the meantime, over to my left, we have Bert Lee, who is joining us from New York City. And down in that corner, we have Luca. Actually, Luca, please say your name. I don't want to mispronounce it.
Yes, it's Luca Diadul.
Luca Diadul, joining us from Philadelphia. So you guys know the drill. Right now we're streaming on three platforms. You're watching us either on the Roomful of Sky Facebook page, our YouTube channel, or our Instagram profile. So without any further ado, we're going to get right into the music with the first song from our special guest, Luca.
Lovely. Thank you so much to Phil and Jason for having me. Looking very much forward to this evening. This first song is called The Death of Me. Saw it shine in the rain, refracts on my skin, lands on the deathbed that I find myself in. Collision foreordained, breath seems as one, but in the morning you fled again, waiting for you. It's gonna be the death of me, waiting for you, waiting for you. Fight in the month of May, left me in a daze, slow acting poison as your lips brush my face, and I'm losing myself in the depths of cold touch and the hue of your blush, waiting for you. It's gonna be the death of me, waiting for you, waiting for you. I said waiting for you. It's gonna be the death of me, waiting for you, waiting for you. Thank you very much. Hopefully the sound was okay on it.
Luca, that sounded fantastic.
Cool. I know I sing quite softly sometimes, so. But yeah, that was the Death of Me. It's about love, longing, and singing in falsetto. So.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you have a great falsetto.
Thank you.
Kind of wonderful. Thank
It's,
you for. I'm
no,
sorry.
yeah, it's just a lot of practice.
Well, thank you for kicking off our show with such a beautiful song. If you're tuning in from home, welcome again. That was Luca Diadul, one of our two, hopefully three guests tonight. We're going to continue on with our second guest, uh, Bert Lee, fellow New York singer-songwriter. We've featured him at some of our live events at Mario's in the past, and his first appearance on our live stream. Welcome, Bert.
Nice to be here.
All right, take it away.
All right, I'm going to start with a song that I recently wrote with a friend of mine named Fabio Fantuzzi, who I'm doing some work with in general, and we decided to collaborate. And this song is based on a painting by Henri Rousseau called "The Sleeping Gypsy." Well, the wind can blow so cold up on this mountain, where a soul with open eyes can see so far. The gypsy comes to take her rest and ponder, seeking comfort in the brandy in her jar. She shuts her eyes, she thinks just for a moment, then finds the lure of sleep much closer than it seems. A lion comes to watch her while she's sleeping, unless it's just a lion in her dream. The cities and the towns spread out below her, full of people with their miseries and wars. They can't recall the majesty above them, of the night sky with its shining crown of stars. Well, the full moon keeps a watch all night above her, but now the moon, the lion, and the stars are gone. But now the full moon, the lion, they are vanished, and taking up her lute, the gypsy travels on. And all the things we take to be so far away turn out to be much closer than they seem. The signpost on the road we pass unnoticed, the distance from the waking world to dreams. The full moon keeps a watch all night above her, but now the moon, the lion, and the stars are gone. She takes up her lute, her walking stick and satchel, and haunted by the lion, the gypsy travels on.
Very nice, Bert. Really enjoyed that. Really paints
the
an
name-
atmosphere, you know.
Is the name of that song "The Lute"?
No, it's the Sleeping Gypsy, which
The
is the
Sleeping-
title of a famous painting by Henri Rousseau of a gypsy sleeping on a road with a lion standing next to him. So this is I run a classy show here. What can I tell you?
I should have put the picture on the screen while you were next time.
And that was a collaboration with Fabio.
Yeah, with Fabio. Yeah.
We know Fabio well. I
Yeah,
think
you do.
was
Sure
he
you
our
do.
guest at our most recent songwriter
Yeah,
stream,
yeah.
right?
In June,
There you go.
I think,
He's a great cat. He's
Yeah,
cool.
really
He's a
nice
cool
guy.
cat. Yeah.
Really
Yeah, he
talented.
got. I know he was visiting New York for a limited time from Italy, and he got involved with a bunch of our things while he was here.
Yeah. He's all over the place. He's doing a show at the Cafe Wa in the middle of next month, which is
Wow.
a tribute to Bob Dylan, because he's a Dylanologist, a PhD in Dylan, in case you wondered. And
Wow.
I'll be performing that that evening with him and David Amram.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I met David Amram once at a folk festival, and I met his daughter, who informed me that David Amram has a duet with the children's performer Raffi,
That's right.
right? And David Amram's name is in the song. So occasionally I get his name, the sing-song version of his name, stuck in my head.
Yeah. He's a wonderful cat. He's just really, really nice.
That's great. What is the date of that Bob Dylan
We'll
show?
be doing the 22nd, and I think the first of the series is on the 14th, and we'll be posting all the dates with the exact times toward the beginning of the month. But we're on the 22nd.
Very nice.
Fantastic. All
Sounds
right.
like a great
I love
outfit.
Cafe Wa.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Bert Lee. If you're joining us from home, welcome. This is the monthly third Tuesday of the month Songwriter Stream put on by myself, Phil Robinson, and that guy down there, Jason Vitelli. This brings us to my turn. So I've had a very weird month. I have been traveling a lot, visiting family in Paris and Korea. I was just in the woods for 5 days at a fish folk festival. I don't even know what state I'm in. Next month
That's
is
the best way to be.
next month is Bruce Springsteen's birthday month. He's turning 75, and a bunch of us New York musicians are involved in various Bruce Springsteen tributes. So when I've had a moment in my travels, I've been trying to learn a bunch of Bruce Springsteen songs. So I'm going to try one of these for you right now. This is No Surrender. A more mellow version than what you hear on the album. We busted out of class, had to get away from those fools. We learned more from a 3-minute record, baby, than we ever learned in school. Tonight I hear the neighborhood drummer sound. I can feel my heart begin to pound. You say you're tired and you just wanna close your eyes and follow your dreams down. But we made a promise, we swore we'd always remember. No retreat, baby, no surrender. Like soldiers on a winter's night, with a vow to defend. No retreat, baby, no surrender. Well, now young faces grow sad and old, and hearts of fire grow cold. We swore blood brothers against the wind. Now I'm ready to grow young again and hear your sister's voice calling us home across the open yards. Or maybe we could cut some place of our own with these drums and these guitars. 'Cause we made a promise, we swore we'd always remember. No retreat, baby, no surrender. Blood brothers on a summer's night, with a vow to defend. No retreat, baby, no surrender. Here's the fun part. La 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 la. On the streets tonight, lights grow dim. The walls of my room are closing in. There's a war outside still raging. You say it ain't ours anymore to win. I wanna sleep beneath peaceful skies in my lover's bed, with a wide open country in our hearts, these romantic dreams in our heads. 'Cause we made a promise, we swore we'd always remember. No retreat, baby, no surrender. Blood brothers on a summer's night, with a vow to defend. No retreat, baby, no surrender. No retreat, baby, no surrender. No retreat, baby, no surrender. La 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 la
Yeah, Phil.
All right, thank you for listening. Oh, look at this.
Hey,
We have Missy Rogers has joined. So I've been a Bruce Springsteen fan my whole life, and I've been really enjoying this process of cramming about 20 Bruce Springsteen songs into my brain. So if you're in New York, we're having a special event at Cowgirl Seahorse Monday, September 23rd, which is Bruce Springsteen's actual 75th birthday. We're going to have 5 hours of Bruce Springsteen covers, featuring about 30 New York, New Jersey artists. So that was a preview. All right, Missy, welcome. Glad you could join us.
Yes.
Let's get you set up to do your first song. And for those of you watching at home, we have our third special guest of the evening, and Jason, our producer, is going to do a very quick sound check. So, Missy, are you all ready to go with your instrument? You're all set? Okay. Let's do a
Missy,
quick...
let's just do one
sound check.
quick adjustment on your restream. Just go to the gear on the screen. It's in the lower right-hand side. Go to audio and turn everything, hit advanced options in audio. And the only two things that should be on are echo cancellation and high resolution audio.
High resolution.
And echo cancellation. You keep echo cancellation on, everything else is off.
Okay. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think you'll be good. So now you can do a quick strum. Let me just make sure you have got some levels. One more thing, just refresh your browser, and then I think you're all set. Thanks for bearing with me, everybody.
And thanks for bearing with me.
All right, I'll bring you right back.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Welcome back.
All right.
All right. Let's get the party started here.
So we're on me.
Oh, wait.
All right. All right. Without further ado, Missy, are you ready to jump right in and sing your
Yeah,
first
sure.
song?
Here we
Great.
go.
Missy Rogers.
Didn't have enough to say. Never opened up to say just nothing. Didn't know I'd feel this way. Oh, it feels so good. Didn't know just what to say. 'Cause I've been walking round in circles, and I've been trying to find my way. I've been dancing through this circus, just trying to find the right words to say to you. I didn't do this all on purpose. You were my angel and my light. Oh, it feels so dark. Now the only thing that's certain is that I wanna hold you close tonight. 'Cause I've been walking round in circles, and I've been trying to find my way. And I've been dancing through this circus, just trying to find the right words to say to you. And up and down, trying to share me to pieces. You try to crowd control my crowd. You try to lift me up and shed all these secrets. 'Cause only I can bring me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I've been walking round
Nice, Missy.
Yeah,
What
very good.
what's the name of that song? Is it
That's
Walking Around in
Walking in
Circles?
Circles,
Walking in Circles?
the cold version.
Fantastic. All right, I might put you on the spot now, just so we're all caught up. Uh, do you have 4 songs total prepared? That being your first of 4?
Yeah.
Okay. With the technical difficulty, you sort of came on late, but we had
Yeah.
just completed our first turn. So I'm going to ask you to sing your second song right now,
Well,
and
Phil,
then we'll
I gotta
be.
go first.
Oh, that's right, Jason. I completely forgot you. Missy
What?
joined and threw
Yeah,
me
why
off.
don't I
Okay.
go, and then
Yeah.
Missy can do her second song, and then we're right back on track.
Okay.
Alright.
No, that's a much better idea. Jason, you're not really even a real human being to me. I completely forgot about your existence. Sorry about that. One more technical thing. Missy, on the bottom left hand of the private chat in the Restream studio, please send us your Venmo handle, and then Jason could put that on the bottom of the screen when you perform a song, and we could ask for tips on your behalf.
Awesome.
Okay. Sorry
Right.
to have forgotten you, Jason. I got all thrown off.
No worries.
But of course, it is your turn, sir.
All right. So yes, Phil was speaking about a tumultuous but fun summer. You know, lots of moving around, lots of traveling and stuff. And you know, same going here. I mean, I think that's the best thing you could do during the summer. It's just kind of go buck wild and see as many places as you can, and take off of work if you can. This song, it kind of has a very similar tone, I feel like, to Missy's tune. There's a cynicism that I've always had within me that I think in a lot of songs I've tried to explain. And so this one is an attempt to do that. It's a new one, Playing Pretend. I'm still working it out a bit, so it's kind of fun to work it out in front of an audience too. So here it goes. Something so salty blue riding from the sound. Vision of revelers hiking our very own garbage mound. En route to the summits, the goal the same sky high, while the lesser concede and crawl back into the grind. The officials set the rules too tenaciously. A high stakes game only meant to warrant their reason to be. And when the rising altitude fogs up our minds, our feeble attempts disqualify any chance to climb ever so high. Hear the rocket chart full of folly and mystique. We play pretend to hear its echo ring out so deep. While the piper leads us to slowly drown, clutching empty promises, forcing us to wring out a smile. We pray our legacies intact beyond a fleeting life, lest we wait for an opportune time to steal away with his fight. Out in the wild, I search high and low to be found. Strip away the dogma which forever I've been bound. When inherited delusions take us to trial, they pretend to only find we are just hollow inside. A turn to prevail may come forth way too late. When the last line is cast and we have no supply remaining, our gravest mistake. Losing my nerve, I beseech to be daring. Let's abandon the ruins of this foul trash heap. Fall in the water where we all will swim out to sea. For fairer time we shall all be free.
Whew.
Thank you.
Nice, Jason.
Thanks.
Jason, what is the name of that?
Oh, it's called Playing Pretend. And it's, I don't know if it's kind of a criticism of everything and everyone, including myself. You know, it's hard to, I think, for people to live their be their authentic selves. You know, we sort of hide behind these constructs, archetypes, including me, and I'm sick of it. You know, I want to see some realness coming out there, but it obviously is hard for people, but it is very difficult to find real people. You can count them on one hand, I think, in your life. So that's what that's about.
That's a great phrase to title the song, Playing Pretend. We are
Alright,
seeing
well-
your new we're seeing your
okay.
new music take shape right before our very eyes.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. On to Missy.
All right. Well, that completes our first turn. Each of the five of us have done our first song, and now slotting back into the original intended sequence, we have Missy Rogers with her second song of the evening. Missy, where are you streaming with us from?
Oh, I'm in Manhattan in New York City.
Okay, very good. So am I.
Okay.
Fellow Manhattanite.
What's that?
A fellow Manhattanite.
Yes. All right, this song is a breakup song called No Maybes. What I want is to hold you all night long. What I need is to know this isn't wrong. Well, can't you see these cards are folding? Can't you see that I'm showing what's inside? 'Cause I tried to wait for the light to shine once more. 'Cause I died Yeah, I told you couldn't take this anymore. 'Cause we fight and you lie, and I try to see right. It's crazy how you played me, and baby, there's no maybe. Yeah, there's no maybe. You keep dissing me, don't say I never told you. I don't wanna compete, I wanna be chosen. You skip to the beat, all those girls you go to hell. What you did to me, boy, silence is golden. 'Cause I tried to wait for the light to shine once more. 'Cause I died, yeah, I told you couldn't take this anymore. 'Cause we fight and you lie, and I try to see right. It's crazy how you played me, and baby, there's no maybe. Yeah, there's no maybe. Yeah, there's no maybe. I tried to wait for the light to shine once more. 'Cause I died, yeah, I told you couldn't take this anymore. 'Cause we fight and you lie, and I try to see right. It's crazy how you played me, and baby, there's no maybe. Yeah, there's no maybe. That's
Woo!
like a brand new song.
Yeah.
Nice job, Missy. So, Missy, how are you so awesome?
Oh, I love you. I'm gonna carry you around with me. I'm like losing my voice.
Seriously, though, how are you so awesome?
I think we're all awesome in New York City. It's just like that energy.
Oh, for sure. It's a
Yeah.
place
Um,
full of energy.
are you having vocal issues? You said you're losing your
Yeah,
voice.
totally. Like the weather is totally screwing with the vocal cords, but it's
Yeah.
kind of cool. It's kind of raspy.
I was gonna
Oh,
say, I
okay.
was like really digging your singing on both of your songs. I think it's it's a feature, not a bug. You got that like
Yeah.
good shad. I was gonna ask you like, how many cigarettes do I need to smoke, or how many like whiskey shots do I need to
Yeah,
take
pretty
before I get
much.
up on stage, to get a good, credible rock voice like that. You
It's
sound
got like a
awesome.
what's Macy Gray a little bit. It
Yeah.
reminds me of. Yeah.
You,
Yeah, it sounds like
whatever
blues.
whatever your plans are for the next couple days, cancel them and get into the studio and record your vocals while you have this voice, but
I should.
before you
I should
recover.
release.
Adding.
Sounds great. All right. So if you've been joining from home, that was Missy Rogers, third of our special guests streaming from Manhattan. Now we will move on to Luca for his second song of the evening.
Thank you. Well, shout out to Missy for making it all work amongst some severe technical difficulties from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So,
Totally.
and yeah, it's been great so far. Everybody is really, really good, and I'm enjoying listening to y'all. So I'm gonna play my second song. Excuse me. This song is it's called Wildfire. It's an original song, and what to say? I wrote it about renewal and rebirth, and there are actually these seeds called fire-activated seeds, and they need to be exposed to fire in order to actually sprout and grow into trees. And that was just a very beautiful concept to me. And this idea that, wildfires are actually a very important part of the life cycle of a forest, and that they can clear away brush, and then they can give opportunities to these new seeds to grow. And it was just a very striking idea. So I wrote this song about it, and I do not support global warming because too many wildfires is not a good thing, but maybe in moderation. Anyway, this is Wildfire.
Fire burns through the night, orange and reds leap up and take flight, but the morning still comes with a fresh coat of dew. Ground covered in gray, but green will push through. Sit at the feet of the earth. Eyes wide at the stories that die, and the day will come when the role is reversed and the stories they tell will have a new verse.
Very nice, man. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
Fantastic, Luca.
Well, Luca, make sure you get closer to the mic when you talk. because I think
Okay.
folks need to hear
Yeah,
us.
I will. Thank you. Yeah.
What inspired that tune?
So it was really just this concept of uh, I had heard about these things called fire-activated seeds, and they are seeds that only grow when they're exposed to fire. And
Okay.
so wildfires in moderation are actually a very important part of the life cycle of a forest, in that they clear out sort of dead brush, and they give space for new growth, and they let seeds sprout and grow that are in this subdivision of plants that need to be exposed to fire to grow. And it's just such a beautiful concept to me, this idea of a death literally being the cause of new life. It just really it stuck with me. And at the time that I wrote it, I actually was sort of in like a weekly songwriters meetup type thing. So I'm pretty sure this was one of those songs where, I felt like I needed to write something, and I just sat down and started working on it, and just pulled this idea from just my life or from having heard it somewhere. But then the more that I sang it and the more that I worked on the song, it became more and more meaningful to me, just in sort of not only the concept of this renewal and the rebirth, but also in terms of finding my sound as an artist. This song became very central to that. And sort of in the early days of writing songs and looking to embrace some sort of identity, this was one of the songs where really sort of was my guiding light in a way. And even now, multiple years after writing it and multiple years after finding a way to take it where I wanted to take it, it still is serving as, it still is finding new developments and finding new ways to take it, and further embrace the identity of the artist that I want to become. So it's a very meaningful song to me, and I love to sing it and play it. So I hope you all enjoyed it.
Very cool.
Fantastic. Thank you, Luca. And Luca, we didn't really mention this earlier in the stream, but we know you through a mutual musician friend, David from Pablo David, right?
Correct.
Some of the Philadelphia music scene. So here we're trying to build a bridge between our two great music civilizations here, between New York and Philadelphia.
Yeah, there's a ton of talent in both cities. So honored to be a part of it. Very glad that David put us in touch, and can't wait to hear what everybody else has to share from the Big Apple. So
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, you're an excellent ambassador for the Philly music scene.
Thank
So
you.
thanks for joining us tonight. All right, and now representing New York, we have Mr. Bert Lee.
Hi there. Okay. First off, Philly. Yeah, what a wonderful city. I go there every year for a salon run by a woman named Andrea Clearfield, and they're all like top drawer jazz and classical players. They're just sublimely good, and I'm the humble little folk singer, come whatever kind of thing I am. But they like me because I'm different. My wife and I have really seriously been considering moving to Philly. She's lived there for some time, and I've been in and out of Philly for years. It's a lovely town, so maybe we'll end up seeing you there.
Let me know.
All right.
I'm around.
All right. This tune is an original. I'm just doing nothing but originals these days. This is a lively little thing. It's based on Django Reinhardt and Stefan Grappelli's song called Daphne. They wrote the music. I wrote the lyrics. And so it's Reinhardt, Grappelli, and Lee, which they won't mind because they're dead.
What's the name of it, Bert?
Daphne.
Daphne.
Well, it's springtime on the Champs-Élysées, little breeze stirring in the trees, listening to the birds and bees and thinking about my Daphne. You can't keep your Spanish ladies, your Frauleins and your Rose O'Grady's, and I'm as happy as a man can be, just to have my Daphne. She's an Eiffel, my oh my, you know she makes me wanna flap and fly. 2, a 3, a 4. Can, man, oh man. There is nothing sweeter than her kisses, just like sips of wine. When she says she's mine, all mine, you know she leaves me speechless as a mime. I'm crazy about her. Now she's the rave of old King Louis, lacy dress and parapluie. Shout out ooh la la and ooh. I'm crazy about my Daphne, with her kisses just like sips of wine. When she says she's mine, all mine, she leaves me speechless as a mime. And I'm crazy about her, crazy. Doodly-boodle-bob, doodle-doodle-bob. I love Paris every moment of the year. I love Paris. Oh why do I love Paris? Because my love is here. What a pleasure, what a treasure, my petit bijou.
Awesome.
Fantastic, Bert. Wow.
So creative.
So, Bert, tell us a little something about yourself.
Okay. I was born in Mexico. People asked me why I was born in Mexico. I explained to them that I was very fond of my mother and I wanted to be near her when it happened. My dad worked for the Coca-Cola company. So I grew up in Mexico and Egypt and had a pretty adventurous young life. I moved to New York at the age of 15 as a runaway, and I was one of those people that infested McDougal Street in the middle of the 60s. I had a head full of Donovan and Dylan and all that stuff. And so a lot of my songs sort of tend in that direction. But then I spent a lot of years traveling around the country with a band called the Central Park Sheiks, the Eastern Kings of Western Swing, and that was where I learned all of these little jazzy kind of things that I do. So now I split my time between writing cowboy songs, jazz songs, country songs, folk songs, protest songs, and songs from the heart. And I believe that as a songwriter who has never really become famous, I'm free to do whatever I want to, and that makes me feel very good. I release a lot of different CDs. CDs don't sell like worth a dent, but I do from time to time publish books, and I recently published this book right here. It's called Songs of the Earth and Her Passengers, which is 60 years worth of my songs with lyrics and chords, which you can find at Amazon. And That's me in a nutshell. I live in Brooklyn with my wonderful wife, and we have a daughter who's now 34 or 35, some ridiculous age. And we live a good life. We do okay.
Yeah, Bert, you were telling me about a couple of the other books you had written at the show at Mary O's. You wrote about your father, correct?
I wrote a family history trilogy called The River Lee about my grandfather. That's the first book. It's called Dead Man's Coat, and that's my grandfather's story. Really interesting story. Once I wrote that, I just had to go on and do the rest of it. So I wrote a book about my mother and father meeting in Central America right before World War II. And I said, now I've done that and I've done this, so I need to do one more thing. So that one was called The Spindrift Factor. And I wrote the third book, which is called Searching for a Reasonable God, which was about my life as a teenager growing up in late 20th century America. And the first was a pretty straightforward historical novel. The second one was a good espionage book. And the third one had a touch of surrealism and magic realism and science fiction in it, because I grew up around science fiction writers as well. All of my books are available at Amazon.
The best things come in threes.
Yes, they do.
Bert, sorry to interrupt you. The way you're holding your guitar is blocking your face from the camera.
I try not to show it too much.
and
it's just the angles of my studio are a little preposterous. If I turn it this way, I mean, I could do it like so, but then the mic hides my face. I could do it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a little bit better.
Yeah, that'd be
All
nice.
right.
Visibility.
Thanks for the advice.
Well, we're glad to feature you on our show. Of course, we featured you at our live events, and we have you booked to appear at our monthly residency at Mary O's, a great Irish pub in the East Village of Manhattan. And you are scheduled for November 5th, which also happens to be Election Day. So Jason and I, we have all kinds of events all the time. We do this live stream, and then if you're in the New York, New Jersey area, Jason and I run a monthly night, 5-hour block of music featuring all different kinds of singer-songwriters on the first Tuesday of every month at Mary O's. And Bert has been featured there and will be featured again.
Well, I look forward to that.
Hey, and I just want to give a thanks to Dan Florio and Noreen Howard for listening and chiming in and giving us support. Thanks so much.
Hi, Noreen. Thank you. Noreen, I noticed you've been chiming in for most of our performers tonight. I think yours is a new name to me. I don't think we've crossed paths before. So welcome to the stream. And hey, Dan. Good to see you. Dan is another New York singer-songwriter featured at a lot of events. And we're just about to announce we're doing another showcase at a cool new venue, New Blue Classic, on Wednesday, September 25th in Manhattan. It's a nice little international jazz club that they let us rockers and indie singer-songwriters take over once in a while. So, hey Dan, thanks for tuning in. All right, that brings us to my turn again. Speaking of Philadelphia, I am going to Philly tomorrow to see Bruce Springsteen. I'm also going on Friday night again to Philly to see Bruce again. I'm going with my best friend, lifelong Bruce fanatic, Dan, tomorrow night, but I'm introducing my girlfriend to Bruce Springsteen for the first time on Friday. We're going to spend the night in Philly, wake up, and have some cheesesteak for breakfast.
Oh, wow.
Before coming back to Manhattan.
Awesome.
I had mentioned earlier that I've been cramming all of these Bruce Springsteen songs into my head because next month is the occasion of Bruce's 75th birthday. And we have all kinds of birthday tribute events, and I'm currently learning about 30 Bruce Springsteen songs. This next one I'm going to try out. Yep, all right, good advice, Dan. Dan says we should invite Bruce to one of these streams. I love the lyrics to these two Bruce Springsteen songs. They have nothing to do with each other. One of them is called Ain't Got You. It's the lead-off song on his album Tunnel of Love. And then after he married his current wife, Patti Scialfa, who has red hair, he wrote a hymn, an ode, to two things simultaneously. One, the splendor of his new wife, Patti, and two, the joys of oral sex, in both directions. Bruce Springsteen's tribute to his wife, it's called Red-Headed Woman. Both of these songs are kind of throwaway blues progressions, and I've covered them in my rock bands. It's easy to just kind of take the lyrics and you could rewrite almost any kind of rock music around them, and they work. They're well-constructed blues lyrics. So here's an example of that. I made a mashup. I came up with my own rhythm. I mushed these two songs together just because it was fun. So this is Ain't Got You / Red-Headed Woman by Bruce Springsteen. Rearranged by me. All right. I got the fortunes of heaven and diamonds and gold. I got all the bonds, baby, that the bank could hold. I got houses cross country, honey, end to end. Everybody buddy wants to be my friend. Well, I got all the riches, baby, any man ever knew. The only thing I ain't got sugar high, ain't got you. I got a house full of Rembrandt, priceless art. All the little girls, they want to tear me apart. When I walk down the street, people stop and stare. Well, you think I might be thrilled, but baby, I don't care. 'Cause I got more good luck, honey, than old King Fruit. The only thing I ain't got sugar high, ain't got you. I got a big diamond watch sitting on my wrist. I try and tempt you, baby, but you just resist. I made a deal with the devil. I won't deny until I got you in my arms. Can't be satisfied. Got a pound of caviar sitting home on ice. I got a fancy foreign car. She ride like paradise. Got 100 pretty women knocking down my door, and folks wanna kiss me. I ain't even seen before. I've been all around the world, across the 7 seas, been paid a king's ransom for doing what comes naturally. But I'm still the biggest fool, honey, this world ever knew. 'Cause the only thing I ain't got sugar high, ain't got you. All right. Well, brunettes are fine, man. Blondes are fun when it comes to getting the dirty job done. It takes a red-headed woman. Takes a red-headed woman. Takes a red-headed woman. Get a dirty job done. Well, I don't care how many girls you dated. You ain't lived till you've had your tires rotated by a red-headed woman. By a red-headed woman. Takes a red-headed woman. Get a dirty job done. Tight skirt, strawberry hair. Tell me what you got, baby, waiting under there. Big green eyes that look like sun. They can see every cheap thing that you ever done. Well, listen up, stud, your life's been wasted till you got down on your knees and tasted a red-headed woman. Red-headed woman. It takes a red-headed woman. Get a dirty job, a red-headed woman. To get that dirty job, a red-headed woman. Get that dirty job done. I got the fortunes of heaven and diamonds and gold. I got all the bonds, baby, that the bank could hold. I got houses across the country, honey, end to end. Everybody, buddy, wants to be my friend. I got all the riches, baby, any man ever knew. The only thing I ain't got sugar. The only thing I ain't got honey. The only thing I ain't got sugar. I ain't got you. I ain't got you. I ain't got you. I ain't got you.
Yeah, now really listening to the lyrics now, I hear that the redheaded woman. I'm getting a lot of the double entendres from the rotating my tires. I love it. I love it.
I love listen up, stud, your life's been wasted till you got down on your knees and tasted a red-headed woman.
Missy, tell us what you think. I know you've been.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Missy,
really
do you know
did.
do you know that song? Have you heard of it?
No. But the words and like the energy and like just, it was just like fantastic. Like I had to stop myself from like dancing.
All right. That's yeah, well, I would encourage everyone to check out Bruce's original versions. Ain't Got You. He does it kind of to the Bo Diddley Shuffle beat. It's a little bit more understated. And Bruce's version of Redheaded Woman, usually he does it as a solo folk song, and he incorporates some falsetto like yodeling in it. It's really interesting.
I thought that was great. I love your version. Like it made me pay attention to the words completely, you know?
All right, thank you. Anyway, there's an example of 2 more Bruce Springsteen songs jamming into my head this month because we're doing the big Bruce Springsteen's 75th birthday party. 5 hours of nothing but Bruce Springsteen covers, and this is on Monday, September 23rd at Cowgirl Seahorse. I'll be performing. Jason will be performing. Missy, if you're around on September 23rd and you want to do a Bruce Springsteen song, let me know. We'll add you to the schedule. Bert, if you're around, you want to do a Bruce Springsteen song, I still have a couple open slots. So let me know. It's going to be fun. The owner at Cowgirl Seahorse is a huge Bruce Springsteen fan, so she was really thrilled when I pitched this idea to her. And I will see her tomorrow at the Bruce Springsteen concert in Philly. All right, Jason, that brings us to your turn.
All right. Let me just move some things around. I was trying to think what would work good after that song. Okay. It was about a first date, so I guess it runs the gamut of lust and love and all that stuff. It's called Suit. Patience never bid me well, shoves me into a corner. No response, so must call on her and make this time illuminate. surfacing our way. And maybe I could wrench free any moment I wish. Box it up, put it in the best suit I can find. Maybe this will all last more than a day, and a little piece of treasure resurfacing our way. And maybe I'll discover once and a while a little piece of heaven latent in a smile. And maybe I could wrench free any moment I wish. Box it up, put it in the best suit I can find.
Whew.
Thanks, everyone.
So, Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself.
It was, I guess at the time, it was just about thinking about wanting to put your best foot forward, you know, when you're on a first date. Sometimes it doesn't go as well as you hoped, you know, but sometimes it does. But it's that excitement, the possibilities that can occur.
What is the name of that song, Jason?
It's called Suit.
Suit, that's right.
You know, putting on your best suit, putting on.
And tell us a little bit about you, the person.
I am Pisces. I am 45 years old. I live in Brooklyn. I like to also compose music. And yeah.
Well,
This is it.
for those of you
I
listen-
love doing these because I just love being inspired by everybody. Everyone has their own way of looking at the world, and it sort of expands your own world by seeing the world through their eyes. So, thank you all.
you can meet 100 songwriters, and they'll all have a very different angle
Exactly.
on things.
Exactly.
For those of you who've enjoyed, Jason really didn't say much about his music, other than his age and his star sign. But if you enjoy, Jason has multiple albums out. He's got 3 singer-songwriter albums. He has just released an album of all instrumentals. You could find him everywhere, Jason Vitelli, or Jason Vitelli Music. Check out his
Thank you,
stuff.
Phil. Thank you for the plug.
Yeah, and Jason also runs.
I made an album of instrumentals that it's called Ambient Corridors. I don't know if it's ambient music, but it works very well in both as listening intently and in background. So I think it covers both.
And Jason Vitelli also runs Music for Multimedia. If you see up there the little pinwheel symbol up in the corner, that's the logo of Jason's company, Music for Multimedia. So anything that's at the intersection of music and technology, Jason has mastered both, as well as all of the intersections, whether it's live sound or recording or producing or running streaming audio such as this that we do every month. That's also Jason's forte. So thank you, Jason. Because of you, we continue to be able to do this to stream.
Of course. My pleasure.
All right, so we've completed 2 loops around our set of 5 songwriters tonight. This brings us back to the top. So, Missy, you're up for your 3rd song of the stream.
Okay.
Let's see what song you will sing next with your husky voice.
Let's see, I'm going to try something a little different. Just so many songs. I think as a songwriter, sometimes it comes to a point where you just have like so many songs. Like it's at some point there's just like you start to forget songs
Yeah.
that you've written,
You-
which is interesting.
There's like, you can't keep them all in active rotation simultaneously. Some of them kind of fall by the wayside, and then maybe you resurrect them years later.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't.
And then like years later, you'll be like, wait, I think I wrote this song, and like to like relearn it.
I'm currently trying to remember how to play the guitar part for one of the songs that I wrote like a year ago, and it's
See,
not
okay.
going well.
I totally agree. It's so frustrating when you like
Yeah.
forget a part. You're like, jeez.
But it's fun because it's like you're rediscovering it, and it's like you get to see your songs from the outside, a different perspective.
Yeah,
you know, outside the
yeah,
box.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, in all honesty, that's one way I like to use this songwriter stream, because Jason and I do this every month. Every month I sing 3 songs, and then it lives on YouTube forever. So it
Right.
almost becomes like a catalog of my songs, so I could be like, how does that song go again? Oh, I know.
Totally
I sang
look
it
it
in
up.
August in the songwriter stream, and now I have like a little snapshot of it.
That's so cool. So one song that I haven't played in a while just came to mind, and I'm going to try to do it for you guys. We could be everything we ever wanted to be. Do you love me? 'Cause I love you harder than you've ever seen. Time to breathe. Time to let it out and just believe. Time to be free. 'Cause everything will be the way it's supposed to be. Sunshine. The birds are flying and love is trying again. Divine. We can't deny this 'cause we'll learn to dance again. Ooh, 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 ooh. 'Cause love will find a way. Ooh, 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 ooh. And love will find a way. Love will find a way. So come with me. We'll build a fire, cuddle up all cozy. In time we'll see. Everything is changing to a new story. It's time to breathe. Time to let it out and just believe. Time to be free. 'Cause everything will be the way it's supposed to be. Sunshine. The birds are flying and love is trying again. Divine. We can't deny this 'cause we'll learn to dance again. Ooh, 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 ooh. 'Cause love will find a way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Love will find a way. Sunshine. The birds are flying and love is trying again. Divine. We can't deny this 'cause we'll learn to dance again. Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause love will find a way. Oh, 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 oh. Love will find a way. 'Cause love will find a way. Love will find a way. Perfect example because I forgot the bridge.
Is that song called Love Will Find a Way?
Yes.
You didn't mention the name of the song before you started. Is it Love Will Find the Way or Love Will Find a Way?
You know, I still that's like one of those like those songs that like I it kind of like floats in and out of my mind, and I haven't really sat down to write it. So I think
Sure.
oftentimes I sing "Love will find its way" or "Love will find a way," depending on like the mood. But
All right.
I think proper English is "Love will find a way." You know.
Love Will Find a Way. Fantastic. What inspired you to dust off this old song?
Honestly, I write a lot of sad songs, and like a lot of sad songs, and that's been I didn't realize that it's been feedback from like friends of mine, and like I've had people like cry, and that's not really like I want people to feel emotion, but I want them to feel good and deeply. So
Yeah.
sometimes intentionally, I try to write a happy song, and I think this was
Sure.
like one of those songs where it's like I need something that like it just like lifts people up a little bit, and it seems
Mm-hmm.
to make people happy. Yeah. So that's like it's
Fantastic.
kind of an interesting thing because it's like I don't usually have intentions when I write songs, like a theme. Um, it's just usually whatever comes out or what I hear in my head or something like that. But this one in particular was really intentionally to try to write something that makes people feel a little happy.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I that's something I really pay attention to, not necessarily when I write, but once songs are done and you're constructing a set or sequencing songs on an album, it's like you have these building blocks and you want to tell a story. So I will usually play my sad or angry or high conflict songs in the first half of the set, and then like the happy upbeat songs at the end of the set, and hopefully it kind of takes you on a journey of like you leave things off with some resolution.
Yeah, I think like as a songwriter, as long as you make people feel anything, you're doing your job. You know.
Yeah. Fantastic. So please tell us a little bit more about yourself and your music.
Well, I guess I've been a songwriter for quite a while, singer first and foremost. I was in a hard rock band for many years, and I didn't play an instrument, and that fell through. And I just picked up the acoustic and just started writing. I've played in tons of venues throughout New York City, from the Iridium Jazz Club to the Bitter End, you know, CBGB at the Last Entail, um,
To Bowery Electric.
to Bowery Electric, to every little dive bar in Manhattan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just love music. I have degrees in psychology, and it's my whole thing in life is that like you're supposed to share what you do. Everybody has something that they do, that, you know, whether they realize it or not. As like you know, Jason was saying about authenticity. You know what I mean? Everybody has a reason and a purpose here. So if you can write songs, I mean, you can sing. Your job is to share it, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I just basically look at music. That it's life, and it's the one thing in the world that brings every race, creed, religion together. It's the most powerful thing in the world, music. You know. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, we are very fortunate and happy that you are sharing your music with us. So, thank you.
I'm honored to be here. You know, thank you so much.
So, for those listening at home, stick around. We'll have one more song from Missy before the end of the program. But now we're going to go over to Luca for his third song of the evening.
Cool.
Sorry.
Well, in honor of Missy singing a happy song, I'm gonna play a really sad one. Because as a songwriter, I also write a lot of sad songs, but I do them on purpose. But it's not to just like make everybody feel sad. That's not what I'm going for. I think that like, and I'm sure that Missy, I would imagine, I bet that Missy also feels this way. Is expressing the sadness and the emotion. It can be very therapeutic, and
Yeah.
can be very, you know, healing in dealing with whatever it is that you're dealing with. And so when I am writing sad songs, I'm oftentimes writing them to sort of express that healing side of things as well as the sad side of things. I'm not often trying to write like a sad song just to make somebody cry. I'm trying to write a song that makes them cry, and then they feel a lot better about whatever it is that they're dealing with on the other side of it. This song, though, I don't know if I necessarily did that, because this song I wrote about The Last of Us, the TV show. Normally I say raise your hand if you've seen The Last of Us, but we're all on like fake Zoom, so type me in the chat if you've seen The Last of Us. But the third episode of that song is, or that third episode of that show is just so sad, and I had to write a song about it. I watched the episode, I cried, I came downstairs, I wrote a song. So this song is called Forevermore. Uncertainty fell into my lap in a red shirt and jeans, flushed in the face and stained with grease. I couldn't breathe. Invite you in, treat you to a meal on a thoughtless whim. Excuse me. Thoughtless whim. Your touch feels like a God sent him, but I know you'll leave me blasphemous. Who gave you the right to step into my life and shake me to my core? Fine, you can stay just one more night, but don't make me agonize forevermore. Or love me like we're the last two in the world. Hold me so I know I'm not alone anymore. We'll be eating strawberries in the fields, painting pictures of how we feel. Love me like we're the last two in the world, forevermore. Serenity, cicadas in the still and inner peace, yet faced with impending mortality. Life collapsing, paradise bubble in the middle of terrified, but you're always here by my side. I won't leave you. To my life and shake me to my core. Fine, you can stay just one more night, but don't make me agonize forevermore.
always here, struggling to get out of your wheelchair. Our time has come, vows devoted in the faded sun. One last meal, spike to step away and say goodbye. We'll leave this pain behind. I love you like we're the last two in the world. I won't let go as we flow to the unknown, just like I swore. We'll be eating strawberries in the fields, painting pictures of how we feel. I love you like we're the last two in the world.
Wow.
Luca, that was gorgeous.
Yeah, what a lovely melody that has.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Luca, what's the name of that song?
It's called Forevermore.
Is that something that you've recorded and released?
I have. I recorded it a little. Well, I guess it would be. It came out in about October of last year, around then, I think. Which is relatively early on in my career. But yeah, it was. Yeah, it's just one of those songs that it was actually, I think, a long journey into being able to perform it the way that I am capable of doing it now. It's a hard song to sing, and I don't think that when I first wrote it, I was quite up for it in the same way that I am now. But it's definitely, it was just one of those songs. When I wrote it, I mean, I just I don't actually remember writing it. Like, I don't really know what happened. It just kind of, I remember watching the show and crying, and then I remember going downstairs to write the song, and that's about it.
Wow.
So.
Well, now that I've seen you perform some of your songs on this live stream, I see that your social media handle, Flowing Song, it fits so well.
Thank
to
you.
your style.
There's actually a funny story about that, which was I was actually traveling in Japan, and I stayed with a host family for 2 weeks while I was there. And my host mother would always give a calligraphy name or a kanji name to the people who stay with her. So the name that she gave me, which is pronounced Luca in Japanese, is spelled with the characters for flowing and song. So it's sort
that's
of
so cool.
my name in a way.
Yeah.
So it just felt very serendipitous, and that was way before I even really started pursuing a music career. So
The universe has ordained it.
yeah, Thank you to my parents for passing me good singing genes.
Are you a fan of the Indigo Girls by any chance?
I've heard them a little bit, but I don't know them too much. I have another musician in Philly who I'm friends with recently told me to check out some of their stuff because it's a little bit similar to some of what I was going for.
Well,
so.
what brought them to mind was that so they're two of my favorite. It's two partners, singer-songwriters, and they're each a fantastic singer-songwriter and vocalist. And one of them, Amy Ray, she has a beautiful song called "Texas Was Clean." For years, I loved this song, And then I only recently read an interview with her where she admitted that she wrote it after watching the TV show Friday Night Lights.
It's yeah. I mean, sometimes it's just like, I don't know if you've seen, but like Friday Night Lights is another one of those shows where there's just so much emotion in what's being.
I haven't watched yet, but the same writer-producer, Jason Katims, did Parenthood, which I really loved.
Yeah.
I think every single episode of Parenthood makes me cry. So I understand that Friday Night Lights was
Yeah, and it's just
comparable.
like, as a musician, like you feel these deep emotions, and I think
Yeah.
just like the natural place to put them all is the music.
Yes.
So
Fantastic, Luca. That was gorgeous. Thank you so much.
thank you.
All right, this brings us to Bert.
That was really, really very moving, Luca. Really, really splendid.
Thank you.
Okay, this song can be found on an album that I made about 4 years ago called Salt for Silver. And I guess it owes its title to the rhyme of the ancient mariner. I told you I run a classy act around here. And the song is called Water Everywhere, and it's about people getting along with one another, which seems like a novel idea in modern America, so that's what it is. Our old Italian neighborhood has turned Chinese maybe for good. Water, water everywhere. The ghetto has been gentrified. The first folks have been pushed aside. Doesn't matter if it's fair. It's the same thing everywhere. The Indians who once lived here, they made their trade in hunting deer. Water, water everywhere. They made a bargain with the Dutch that really didn't leave them much. Oh, but the Dutchman didn't care. It's the same thing everywhere. The hippies have all moved upstate. The hipsters came to take their place. Maybe the only difference is the hair. And the little shops you could afford to shop in once, they now are boarded. But the building owners, they don't care. It's the same thing everywhere. Well, the water just goes where it will. It always flows downhill. Rivers running everywhere. And who are you and I, the kid? It just does what it always did. It just goes where it's meant to be, flowing till it finds the sea. Water, water everywhere. Now the music clubs have all shut down. New York is a rich man's town. Doesn't matter if it's fair. And the only music that remains is while you're waiting for the trains. You can tip them if you care. So much free music everywhere. Well, the money just goes where it must. It's all about the boom or bust. Buddy, have you got a dime to spare? And who are you and I, the kid? It settles for the lowest bid. The bottom line is where it goes. It's just the way the money flows. It doesn't matter if it's fair. In our old Chinese neighborhood, the people that I meet are good. It's the same thing everywhere. No matter where they come from, friend, they're only people in the end. It's not their fault they had to settle there. People everywhere. People trying just to be everywhere, like you and me, like water flowing to the sea, going where we're meant to be. Water, 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 water everywhere. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed that.
Fantastic, Bert.
I love that perspective of how you're seeing the city, and you don't let cynicism take hold. You know, you take it for what it is.
Well, I love New York, and New York is the most multicultural city in the whole world. No matter what anyone says, New Yorkers are a friendly bunch, and you better believe it.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, in times of need, New Yorkers come to each other's aid time and time again. I mean, when I was here at 9/11, it was just everybody was there for each other.
You saw it in COVID too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely true.
Bert, you told us earlier that you, as a runaway, you came to New York at the age of 15.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you come from, and at the age of 15, what was it about New York that made that your destination?
It was what it was about upstate New York that it made it not my destination. I had a really a tough family situation. I wouldn't get into the details, but suffice to say, getting out of it was such a good idea that my local school sent me to a counselor who taught me about emancipating myself at 15, because it had to be done. But I came to New York, and I had a guardian for a while, but I pretty quickly was living on my own. And you know, I lived in upstate New York. We were living in Jefferson Valley, which is a little dinky town near Peekskill, New York. Mm-hmm. And the good side of it was that if I wanted to see family, my sister and her husband, and my parents while they were still there, I'd just jump on the train, and there it would be. But I got here, and the first day I was here, I just took a walk downtown, down Fifth Avenue, then down Broadway, and I came to that place where the big black cube is on Astor Place.
The Spinny Cube.
Yeah.
Spinny Cube. And I saw that corner, and I said, for some reason, I'm supposed to live here. And that's what happened. It wasn't the first place where I had an apartment of my own in New York. The first place I had an apartment of my own in New York was Brooklyn Heights, where I had a basement apartment with a little garden connected to it in the back, and I paid $40 a month. I hate to tell young people these things. But that was the first place I lived. But I very quickly was rescued from my lonely Brooklyn life by a very famous science fiction writer by the name of Samuel R. Delany. Wrote a bunch of the grandmaster of 20th century science fiction. And I lived in a commune called the Heavenly Breakfast. And that was the first band I was in, and that's the first time I started going regularly to the village and meeting people and playing with them and, you know, putting myself out there.
Wow, thank you for telling us of your life, Bert.
There you go.
All right, well, stick around. We're going to have more. We are going to have one more song.
Noreen has a question for us. Venmo's asking her for the last 4 digits of phone numbers to send tips. Can you provide?
Well, I don't know. Noreen, thank you for asking. You know, with Venmo, you can provide the last 4 digits just to be extra certain that you're sending it to the correct person, but it's not required.
Oh yeah, you can bypass it. Yeah.
It does give you the option to say, give anyway. So if you're typing in the Venmo handles correctly, or even if you're on Facebook and you see the link clicking directly and you see the photo that looks like us, you could be very confident that it's the right person. But if any of the 5 of us on the stream would like to provide the last 4 digits of their phone number to make Venmo tipping easier, feel free to speak them.
Okay. I think it should work for her though.
If
Let
you
us know,
select
Noreen, if it
pay
doesn't
without
work.
confirming.
Oh, sorry.
No, if you select pay without confirming, it
Yeah.
it can go
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
I-
Noreen,
I'm 9907. Last four digits.
Bert is 9907. I am going to not speak my digits.
Oh, she's
Okay.
saying that's fine. Not all have photos. So okay, I think she's
Oh, that's
got
what
it.
it is.
All right.
All
I
right,
think
very
Phil
good.
is up.
So that brings us to my turn.
And thank
All right,
you, Noreen, for your generosity.
Thank you, Noreen, for wanting to tip the musicians on our stream. All right, for a songwriter stream, I'm not playing any original songs, although they are kind of original because these 3 Bruce Springsteen songs I'm doing are original arrangements, more or less. This is Bruce Springsteen applying the folk process to Elvis Presley. Now, Elvis had a really wacky career. There was no roadmap for being a rock star in the 50s. Like, he kind of invented it, and they were kind of like trying to make it up as they went along, just to how to have a commercial career from such a popular, dynamic figure. Elvis went off into the army. After the army, the colonel had this idea. I guess Elvis had the idea, really, to stick himself in all these pop culture movies of the day. Elvis had a great screen presence, so they were in all these movies. Every movie, they would write the title song. That would be the big single. So, one Elvis movie, Follow That Dream. There's the Elvis version of this song. It's a fine song. It's one of if you saw the Elvis Jukebox musical a few years ago on Broadway, it was featured very prominently. But Elvis was a huge inspiration to Bruce Springsteen, and Bruce Springsteen basically took the basic idea and the title, Follow That Dream, and he wrote his own version of the song. So this is Bruce Springsteen, liberally inspired by Elvis Presley's original. And this is a song I believe Bruce Springsteen recorded it for Born in the USA studio version. Never released it. You could hear it on bootlegs. But it's become a live staple of Bruce Springsteen shows with the E Street Band. One of my favorite songs. So began its life as an Elvis song, then a Bruce Springsteen song, and now I'll do my version of it. I guess if you had to distill Bruce Springsteen's message down into one song, it might be this one. If your heart is restless from waiting so long, if you're tired and weary and you can't go on, if a distant dream is calling you, well, there's just one thing you can do. Follow that dream wherever it may lead. Come on, follow that dream to find the love you need. Come on, follow that dream. Now I've been searching for a heart that's free, searching for someone to search with me, 'cause I need a love I can trust. Together we'll search for the things that come to us in dreams, wherever they may lead. Come on, follow that dream to find the love you need. Come on, follow that dream. Now every man has the right to live, through the right to a chance. Give what he's gotta give, the right to fight for the things he believes, for the things that come to him in dreams. Follow that dream wherever it may lead. Come on, follow that dream to find the love you need. Come on, follow that dream wherever it may lead. Come on, follow that dream to find the love you need. Come on, follow that dream.
And it's funny, like, I've heard you do that one a few times, and now I'm really interested to hear the original, because I really have that Bruce Springsteen version in my head.
Look up both of them. Look up Elvis's original. My favorite version of the Elvis version is from his jukebox musical. I think it was called Heartbreak Hotel.
Okay.
I actually saw it on Broadway. I think they use it as the big finale reprise with all the different voices. It's
Got
a
it.
tremendous version. There's the Elvis version, and then there's the Bruce Springsteen version. You'll find Bruce's is very different. But thank you. I made a mistake. There's two versions of the third verse. One is written from the perspective of singing about every man has the right to live. That's how Bruce first wrote that verse. He later amended it to make it more universal. Everyone has the right to live, the right to a chance to give what they've got to give. I always intend to sing it the second way,
Yeah,
but for whatever reason I was flustered and I sang the man lyrics. So it was not meant to exclude non-men from following their dreams. It was just, I made a mistake with my pronouns.
Well, one thing you mentioned to me, like the last thing I could say about Bruce Springsteen is you said this to me, that his songs have empathy, a lot of empathy. They just ooze empathy, and whether it's him singing about his father or singing about like his compatriots that he grew up with, I think that's one thing that stays true throughout his whole career. It's just his empathy in everyone he sings about.
And as aspiring artists, I think that the optimistic message of that song really is very nice to hear.
Yeah.
It really resonates.
I I imagine Bruce might have left it off his albums because anytime he writes something that's too optimistic, he tends to leave it off of his albums because he's very committed to portraying truth and reality. And he has a very like sobering, the world is really hard. So a song will feel satisfying to Bruce when it conveys the hardness of life and some kind of component as to how to brace yourself or persevere in the struggle. And if there's a song that feels a little bit too like a Hallmark card happy jingo,
Right.
he tends to leave that off the album. And I suspect that this song might have been too optimistic for him to want to include, although he does do it like in his encores as like a final song of the night kind of thing. But I agree, Luca. When I was like a young musician, this was probably, for a while I considered this song my favorite song ever.
Wow. Yeah, well, sad songwriter supremacy, you know. So.
All right, so this brings us to Jason's third and final song of the evening. Then once Jason's done, we'll do a little bit of housekeeping, and then we will turn it over to each of our three guests to do one more song each to close out the night.
Yeah, and the last thing I could say about Bruce, I recently played in a church gig, Plymouth Church in Brooklyn Heights, and the priest there, or not a priest, but the pastor there, is a huge Bruce fan. So the music director, curated a bunch of Bruce songs that really felt like it really worked for the service.
Yeah.
It worked very well as worship music, and that was really impressive.
Bruce describes his songwriting as the verses are the blues and the choruses are gospel.
Yeah, I like that. All right, trying to think what to play, and let's do an optimistic song.
You could do Promised Land.
I could, but I'm
No,
not.
do whatever you want. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying you've just been talking about Bruce for 10 minutes, but you should do whatever you want.
Now this one's called Stars Align, and the title just is about when everything just aligns and is perfect. And sometimes it only happens a few times in your life. So that's what this is about. It's finally here. My soul kings through. Once it hurts, now it stings. Now it stings. For now I'm not pretending. No. It breaks in through my soul, wreaking havoc on my whole life. But it was worth it. I shouldn't be afraid. Been making promises that I cannot keep, 'cause this isn't about me. No, it never was about me. It was about being free from this ego. to keep my stars in mind, but it's so hard to return here when I'm second guessing all that appears to be seen. But I gotta stay on the right path, the path that follows me, where I'm rhyming to another scheme, or on those streets too late, though there won't be a better day than right now, 'cause I'm shaking all over from too much stimulation. I'm shaking all over from too much stimulation. I'm shaking all over from too much stimulation.
Woo!
Thank you, thank you.
So, Jason, how are you so awesome?
Learned it from watching you, Phil. I learned it from watching you.
I've loved Stars Align for over a decade at this point.
Oh yeah. I've always played it out, and it makes me feel happy when I sing it. It's one of the few songs where I'm like, cool. I'm singing about something that's uplifting. I need it myself to feel better. So
Well, the sentiment you express, it never was about me. I
Yeah.
think, like, whenever you're in touch with that kind of feeling, like, you kind of are unburdened from your
Yeah.
own ego for a few moments, it's generally a positive feeling. I mean, it could be hard to achieve sometimes for those ego attached among us, but when you're genuinely in that moment of having a little distance between yourself and your ego,
it's a
positive.
state
And
of
I think,
grace. I could call it that.
and that feeling really comes across. I mean, you say it in the lyric, but the melody and your vocal quality and the feeling of the music, the kind of the spaciousness. There's like a stillness in it. It really comes across in that song. I
Oh,
think.
thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. All right. Are we doing some housekeeping now?
Yeah, let's do that. So, a couple things. So, we've each done our 3 songs. We're just going to have some announcements. We're going to take our group photo, and then we'll turn it over. But, Jason, why don't we do our group photo? So, this is a joint production between my company, Roomful of Sky Music, up there, that logo, and Music for Multimedia, which is Jason's company. And we put on all kinds of events all around the New York area. Before the pandemic, it was maybe 6 to 7 times a month. Now it's maybe like 3 to 4 times a month. Nights live in person at different clubs around the city, similar to this, where we'll gather groups of musicians. Actually, Missy just participated in one that we did at Bowery Electric at the end of last year. Bert has played at our Mario's, and he will again on November. Luca, you're awesome. You have an open invitation anytime you want to come to New York City and do a show. Reach out to us.
Yeah,
We'll
it'd be
we'll
great
put
to
you
have
in one
you.
of our slots. And one thing we do at all Roomful of Sky shows is we take our big photo of all the musicians of the night, but when it's a live stream, we take our group screenshot. So let's do that now.
Yeah, Luca,
Everybody
come
in your
closer.
little frames. Let's preserve ourselves for posterity. Okay. All right. I should have been more prepared. Let me get my Microsoft Paint. I gotta cut and paste it into this thing. Hold on. Damn it, that did not work. Okay, we got to do it again. So, everyone, I'll count to 3 this time. 1, 2, 3. All right, this time I got it. Full screen. All right, very good. Now, a couple announcements. So this is the Songwriter Stream. Jason and I do this the third Tuesday of every month. The next one is coming up in September 3rd. And, September 17th, Songwriter Stream. We're featuring Laura Ewan. She is a fantastic singer-songwriter who does another monthly live stream by the American Folk Art Museum. We also have Sid Lewis, who is another musician here on the New York scene, and Benjamin Weintraub, which is another person we know the way we know Luca from Pablo David Philly scene. So we're expanding our reach into Philadelphia. First Tuesday of every month, Jason and I do music at Mario's. Mario's is an Irish pub in the East Village, and coming up on September 3rd, we have B.B. Stevens, we have 16th Street, and we have Lesser Known Women, along with Jason and myself. Then, we already mentioned this a couple times, next month is Bruce Springsteen's 75th birthday on Monday, September 23rd, so I am curating and performing a night of all Bruce Springsteen covers that night at Cowgirl Seahorse. There you go. I had mocked up this flyer with the photo of Bruce Springsteen, and then I realized that you're technically not allowed to use Bruce Springsteen's photo to promote your tribute show. So I had my graphic designer swap in a photo of myself. I think this is the one photo of my life wearing a white t-shirt, so it was my most Bruce-ish, but there's going to be about 40 musicians on this. We're about to publish the new version, the new updated version of the flyer with all of the names. So if you're in the New York area, come on September 23rd. If you're a performer and you want to perform a Bruce Springsteen song, contact me through one of the social medias, and we'll get you in the lineup. We still have a few spots open. And then 2 days after this one, on Wednesday, September 25th, we have a night that I'm putting on with Victor V. Gerbo. We have our series, the Gerbo Robinson Review. This one is going to be at New Blue Classic, which is a fantastic international jazz venue. And we're featuring Dan Florio, Scott Prokov, and Tuesday's Child. So it's going to be about 4 full bands, and then Dan Florio as a solo singer-songwriter. So this is Roomful of Sky Music. Follow, like, subscribe on all of the channels, and you'll get more in-person music in the New York area and more live streams. All right, that's all the stuff I wanted to say. Everyone tuning in, thank you. Noreen, thank you for everything, for commenting on all of us. Dan Florio, our good songwriter friend, thanks for tuning in and chiming in with all the comments. And that's all the bookkeeping I wanted to do. Jason, do you have anything you'd like to announce before we go to our encores?
I'm great. Yeah, I'm all for the encores now.
All right, so let's turn. We'll take it in the same order. So we'll do one song more from Missy, one from Luca, one for Bert. We'll keep the chatting to a minimum. Just have our 3 bonus songs, and then we'll call it a live stream.
If you push it real hard, it will learn to be. And I speak like someone who's been to the highest peak and back again. Need a break now, gonna break down. Got this feeling like I'm running in place. Ooh yeah, need seek. If you look really hard, you'll be sure to find me caught in between what I want and I need, what this rat race really means. Need a break now, gonna break down. Got this feeling like I'm running in place. Oh yeah, need a break now, gonna break down. Got this feeling like I'm running in place. Sometimes just wanna fly away. Get so tired, going nowhere. We're all just running this race. Need a break now, gonna break down. Got this feeling like I'm running in place. Ooh yeah, need a break now, gonna break down. Got this feeling like I'm running in. Need a break now, gonna break down. Got this feeling like I'm running in place. Ooh yeah, need a break now, gonna break down. Got this feeling like I'm running in place. Ooh yeah, just running this race. Yeah, ooh yeah, just running this race.
Nice.
Sorry about that. I am losing my voice.
Oh,
Fantastic.
great.
That song's called Running in Place, I take it?
Yeah, it's a really, really old song. I performed it with the Gypsy Kings
Oh, wow.
at this little like champagne lounge on like on the Lower East Side or like by Wall Street, like which is all the way downtown. And for some reason I started like I had my guitar with me. It was like after a show, and like the Gypsy Kings were doing a show. They're like that group that does like there's that one hit song, Bambolea, Bambolea. It's like in every single white tablecloth restaurant like in New York City. And they're like really old. Ironic. I mean, they had like hit songs, like a Mexican like 20-piece band or something, and they liked this song. And you bringing up Bruce Springsteen. They kept calling me the female Bruce Springsteen.
Uh-huh.
And they wanted this song. They wanted me to play this song with them. They were like, it's like, and so they couldn't figure out the hits that I was doing because when I wrote this song, like maybe 10, 15 years ago, I didn't really know how to play guitar, and I just had sounds. So I repeat these sounds, and a real like he's like the Gypsy Kings are very good with the finger picking and the like mariachi kind of stuff. They're just like really like intense finger pickers on guitars. They couldn't figure out what I was doing, so they made me play the hits, and they played along like Mexican style in a way. It was interesting. The first time like I ever played the song live, and that's the story of that song. It's just about like the New York City song, kind of like just running all the time. Yeah.
Your guitar sounds like an auto harp. If you ever listen to it.
You know, this isn't even my guitar.
No, when
Oh,
you're
when I
hitting
could do
the
that?
strings, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's not even harmonics. That's what's like
Yeah.
weird about it. Now that I can actually play guitar a little bit more, I don't know what it's not harmonics. It's just like these
It's like a
tabs.
slide. Yeah.
Yeah. That I'm able to repeat these sounds, but like I don't know I can't show myself how to do it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's really cool though.
Fantastic. And thank you for reminding me about the Gypsy Kings. I'm going to check them out again. I haven't listened to them in years. All right, Missy Rogers, thank you. Next up, we have Luca Diadul.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me and having me here. I'm sorry, I'm tuning my guitar just a little bit. I should have done this beforehand. But it's been an absolute pleasure, and everyone is so talented. And I would absolutely love to come up to New York sometime and play a show with
Definitely.
some and slash or all of you.
Yeah.
So thank you. This last song is a newer song of mine, and it's called You and Me.
Sometimes I look up at the moon and I wonder what it looks like from your side. And if I could see all the ways it spoke to you and not to me, could I understand? But stars still shine for the both of us, and life moves on soon enough that I convinced myself or tricked myself into knowing that it's over for us. Sometimes I wish I still could see in your eyes the moon, big and bright, all alight. But what I could say is that the differences were there in you and not in me, and that's alright. But stars still shine for the both of us, and life moves on soon enough that I realized and co-signed we're just not meant to be. But stars still shine for the both of us, and life moves on soon enough, and the moon still hangs up above us so we can see and remember what life was with you and me. You and me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very cool, Luca. I take it that song's called You and Me?
Yes, You and Me.
I will add it to my list of Luca songs to go and find on Spotify and add to my playlist as soon as we're done.
It's not actually out yet, but I'm hoping to record it before the end of the year. And
Great.
then have it come out sometime early next year.
Fantastic. Well, I will be looking forward to that. All right, and this brings us to our final song of the stream, Mr. Bert Lee.
Once again, it's been a pleasure to play with all you fine people, to hear people, that are so earnest in what they do, and it makes me happy. This is what makes me happy, and you guys, you just keep pushing it because you're doing the right thing. It's exactly correct. I'm going to finish with a tune about Calamity Jane, which is part of my suite of cowboy songs called Butterfly, Songs of the Haunted Prairie. And it's a song about the difference between rumors and legends and facts and stories just getting blown out of proportion, and history as we know it, which is usually based on a pretty thin bed of lies. So this is a tune called Calamity Jane, and it goes a lot like this. Calamity Jane comes down from the hills like the thunder and rain. 6-gun goddess, 5 bullets shy. No one can tell if her life is a lie. Comes down from the hills like the wild night wind. Everybody knows her, she hasn't got a friend. She's got a room upstairs in the Deadwood Bar. A dime novel hero and a rodeo star. Shoots down dreams like bottles on a shelf. Standing at the mirror and talking to herself. Jane, Jane, tall as a crane. Who can believe and who can explain if her life is a legend or the legend is a lie? She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. She rode with General Crook at Rosebud Hill. She shot like the devil, but she never made a kill. There's no need to kill 'em when the hard times will. She rode in the circus just to give them a thrill. Standing up in the saddle, she never took a spill. They only came to see old Buffalo Bill. Jane, Jane, tall as a crane, lying in bed with a fever in her brain, trying to sort out all the things she did from the things she didn't and the things she hid. What is the truth and what is the lie? She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Bert. All right, so that was the final performance of our stream. Missy, I don't know if you're still there, but thank you to Missy and to Luca and to Bert for being our special guests this month. I had a fantastic time. If you've been watching from home, you're watching on one of our 3 platforms, either on the Roomful of Sky Facebook page, the YouTube channel, or our Instagram profile. And this video will live on forever on the Roomful of Sky YouTube channel and the Roomful of Sky Facebook page. So feel free to revisit this video, share it around if you enjoyed any of the songs. All right. And all of the musicians, you could find their social links and whatnot. Please do all the liking, subscribing, following, and that's all. My heart is full. Thank you to our guests. Thank you, Jason. Thank you to you at home. We love you all, and we'll see you in a month.